What is up, guys? It's Ryan Adler. Today we're playing as Alan Wake's biggest fangirl, Rose.
Don't worry, Alan. I'll find you.
Don't worry, this will always be a Killer Main channel, but I always say you should play both roles because it gives you a great idea of how survivors think. You can also observe killer mistakes on the killers that you face. And while I do enjoy roasting dire mains as much as the next guy, I think you should keep this to banter because playing Survivor is the only way to play with friends anyway. And there's a lot of skill expression on the Survivor side as well. So I do think you should take them somewhat seriously. Alright, so we have a Blight on Garden of Joy. I think it's always a really good thing to do as Survivor to get some of the nastier gens out of the way early, especially when you run sprint bursts like me. And this one over here is definitely one of those. Most killers are aware of this though, and this is why I think usually it's best to tackle the second most annoying gen first. Because like on RPD, if you go for the bottom mid gen first, you can also wind up giving the killer insane free pressure. So it's better to just do the second most annoying one, make sure the killer is deep in chase, and then sneak over to the problem gen. On this map, mostly try to leave the main gen until last. Unless you go against Nurse, then it's good to get that out of the way as soon as possible. No pain res, interesting. Alright, he's coming over here. I mean, he was here before, so he knows about this gen. Okay, I'm gonna take him over to the parking lot. This loop is very strong. After the insane main building and probably Shack, this is the strongest loop on this map. And we've got a connecting pallet over there as well. You don't want to give this pallet too soon, because obviously once it's gone, this loop is a lot weaker. I don't know why he rushed there, and now he's leaving. Let's go back to the gen. Might be back though. I gotta be careful, and my sprint burst isn't up. Oh my god, he's coming back right away. I guess this was a fake leave tech. I don't know about that. That really only works against survivors who are deep asleep. So yeah, like I said, you can observe killer mistakes to get better yourself. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. A gen has already popped. I think this guy just wanted them to unhook. He's probably going to be back over to her soon. And it's a good idea to keep me occupied and off my gen in the meantime. Ooh, wild rushes. But really, the only thing he achieved here is keeping me off the gen. He didn't even get this pallet. Like, obviously getting a hit in would have been the best thing for him to do. But at least get rid of that pallet over there. It's really strong. Especially, obviously, as long as I'm working on this gen, I can just keep coming back. And they actually finished that gen that I was on while I was chasing him. Yeah, I think he already made a lot of mistakes here. He's a Blight, so what you want to do is you need a second down. Because in the current DS meta, I guess if you want to play optimally, you want to ping pong, so you need another person down. And that gen that I was on was already highly progressed, so he wasn't going to keep that anyway. So I think what he should have done is when he realized it was in a strong loop and knew how to play it, he should have just forced the pallet as soon as he could and then just left. What did he do? He failed rushing, left, came back, failed rushing again, didn't even get rid of the pallet. The gen got done by someone else in the meantime, and the unhook was free, so pretty much worst case scenario. Also, I think now that they removed hug tech on that parking lot pallet, you pretty much have to play as M1 unless the survivor makes a big mistake, and then just get it out of the way, and then that loop is way weaker. What is a good idea though is when you have someone hooked, chase the person that's closest to that hook, because whoever goes for the unhook has to come from further away, which costs them more time. And also you're still closer to the hook, so you can go back if need be. Like in this case, you don't have an easy chase, you can just go back. So I guess decent plan, just not the greatest execution. I also don't know what slowdown he has, but he's already we're already down to almost all gens. See, we have that one is almost done, and then we have half a gen left. He's got Yunjin that unhook once she gets unhooked. So we gotta be careful with the unhook here. He's pretty much ignoring me and Dwight, which is definitely the optimal choice. Alright, now he's going for Blight. For Dwight, sorry. I'm kind of surprised he's not coming back for Yunjin. Now we're at check, we can just heal her in here, which is pretty safe. And then she just needs to make sure she's not seen. Let's move over. I think he has a good game plan, he just keeps veering off of it and doing other stuff. I mean, even a lot of people, they have this notion that all they want to do is chase and just only worry about chase, get in fast chases, and that will be enough. That's not really how DBD works against survivors who know what they're doing. If you completely ignore where gens are or your hook states, all of that, you can't chase fast enough. That's just not possible. You have to make sure you pressure gens at the same time. I am not at all a fan of tunneling, but what you should be doing ideally is you try to ping pong between two. If you have perks like Pain Res and Grim, you go for everyone once. Make sure you hook one of them twice before you have them all hooked. And then don't go looking for that person actively. Just keep pressuring them, pressuring your gens. And then once you stumble upon them, make sure you get them out. So I guess at this point he needs to pressure gens, and as soon as he runs into Yunjin, he needs to get her out. But he doesn't really seem all that mindful of gens. Unfortunately, he's probably pretty much going to ignore me because I'm the only one he hasn't hooked yet. And if you're in this position as Survivor, I see so many people trying to bait chase and trying to like harass the killer or beckon them over. If they at all know what they're doing, they're just completely going to ignore you. So the best thing you can do here is, if the killer lets you, take aggro for your teammates when there's an opportunity, and just do gens. See, I would really be surprised here if he commits to me. Actually, he kind of is. Alright, nice. Have my sprint burst ready. And just drop here. Go to the God window. Yeah, this guy's making many mistakes. Why is he even chasing me? That doesn't make any sense. Also, I think he could have hit that rush. Yeah, as a killer, don't be like this guy. Don't either bring perks that reward a hook spreading playstyle, or just ping pong and try to just get your hooks in, and as soon as you can, get someone out. But I think he's just kind of sort of winging it. And I mean, that's fine if you just want to practice or whatever, but I think it's pretty clear this guy is playing to win. He's just going about it the wrong way. Wow, her skirt keeps clipping. Her thighs keep clipping through the skirt. That's kind of weird. I like how they gave Rose her own voice lines, though. She keeps stalking after Alan, which is pretty funny. Also, I like how Alan Wake has female skins, so if we ever get to a point where male or female vaults are bugged again or anything like that, you can just switch without having to level another character. And I think Rose is great if you want to be chased because she's all pink in that waitress uniform. And then Saga is really meta because she's crazy quiet. She's pretty small, dark. The only drawback is she's FBI written in all bright yellow letters all over her back. Oh, she has Kindred and that range perk from Ace. How is that a hit? That's crazy. Alright, I'm just gonna run to the main building. You know, your classic Survivor brain rot behavior. When in doubt, run to main or shack. I'm just playing. I mean, that's kind of what you should be doing. Obviously, I should be really greedy with pallets here because I haven't been hooked yet, and some people are on death hook. This one, I think I'm gonna use this one though. Read it once. Now I'm gonna use it. Damn, he has Spirit Fury. Alright, that's fine though. Like, he can hook me. I haven't been hooked yet at all. Gens are done. Hooking me right here. Yeah, they can just hide, heal up, do the gates, and then unhook me whenever they please. And he has Plaything. I don't know about that. On Blight, that doesn't really make sense to me at all. I mean, sure, it's very strong on him when people don't have your terror radius because you're so fast. But I mean, it's essentially a chase perk because chases are going to be easier with them being oblivious. But you don't need that as Blight. I would rather get slowdown. Alright, let's heal in the gate. Yo, Dwight. Alright, they're coming. He's chasing Yunjin, who's on Death Hook, so I don't know. We can just heal up and then see if we can help her. Oh, they're right here. I should just go over there, ignore her. I don't know, I mean, we have 2 healthy people. Maybe we can body block. Let's try that. He has a Blight though. He has a power. Yeah, no. Alright, we can try to take hits though. He whiffs. Let's go. Alright, Dwight has the same idea. Let's just take hits. He hits him. I think if I take 1 hit, it's very likely that she'll get out. Hopefully she's wiggling as fast as possible. I'm just going to sit on under the hook. There you go. The thing is with Blight, his power is going to be ready, so I don't know. He can pretty much just rush and down someone now. So he's probably going to get one of us. I think I'm just gonna go hide, maybe go to the other gate. I do have that basement perk, so I could try to sneak over. Yeah, never mind. He's right here. Alright, I think that's Ripskis to me. But that's fine, we prevented that hook. I still need, I think, like 3 or 4 of taking protection hits for someone who's being carried for a Steam achievement. So we're good. Decent game. Wasn't the strongest Blight, to be honest. He missed a lot of rushes, and his macro game was very questionable. I mean, like I always say, this is solo queue. He really has no reason to lose here, even on Garden of Joy. The Claudette is thirsty for the palace save. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna pick up until they leave. And he's too scared to force them out because he thinks someone's hiding. Which they're not. Alright, it's fine. I think he's only gonna pick up once they leave. Or maybe he wants to bait them to come over. If one of them gets hit with a basic attack, they're probably dead too because he has his rushes ready. Alright, now he picks up. And the hatch spawns right behind us. That's kind of unlucky. Alright, G to the G. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see more? Also, like, the occasional Survivor video like this? Or would you rather I keep it to killers? I mean, I do enjoy playing killer a lot more. But I think it's good to get your reps in. Also got challenges to do. Oh wow, this guy's called Bring Back Hug Tech. That really explains why he left that parking lot loop. You used to be able to get hits super easily with Blight there. And he had a full chase build, which explains why the gens were flying like that. Spirit Fury Enduring is just super unnecessary on Blight. Brutal Strength is fine, but Plaything just doesn't make any sense. We traded for Yunjin so we get the least points. That's fine though. Yeah, my advice to this guy is bring slowdown and make better macro decisions. Alright, GG's. Ryan Adler out.